How we doing, everybody?
Hola.
Wow, that's horrible. Welcome to another episode. Oh, I'm getting jiggy with it.
Es muy dramático.
It's been a while. We have not streamed in over a month. So we did move so you guys can see. You might hear the difference. The quality of the camera is completely different, so I'm going to have to reconfigure all of this. But we are back. We are doing a live stream of what game?
Tiny Robot Love Doctors.
Tiny Robot Love Doctors, which is currently up on Kickstarter. It is a little puzzle game where you're trying to make patterns and get rid of, what do they call them? The bad fields, where you're trying to eliminate the bad fields. So that, let's go ahead and move the camera so you can get rid of this ugly view and go to another ugly view. There we go. I think it's the white. That's what I said. That's why this has to be gray. We have to paint this gray. So we've got to figure out how to set all this stuff up. But here we are. We are set up for a Tiny Robots Love Doctors game for 2 people. And why is that?
Because there are 2 players.
There are 2 players. Uno y dos. Still only dos. We have not gone out to our local game shop to see if we can find any new amigos yet. But maybe. Maybe you'll see more people if we can make some amigos. Maybe. All right, so in this game, what we're trying to do is replace all of the tiles on the board with these little heart tiles, which look like lotus flowers. I think those are lotus flowers. Is it lotus flowers? Like lotus flowers, to get rid of all the field bads. There are also monsters that can come out, and you can play in different modes. There's a tough mode where you can't move the monster tiles and swap them. There's a hungry mode where the monsters basically eat one of the equivalent colors when they leave. And then there's hostile, which basically they make you draw more cards. And running out of cards here is a way to, well, game over. The other way for game over is, of course, the winning condition, which is getting all of the hearts out in the board. Now, what we need to do is on our turn, we can do 3 actions. We can swap tiles, which just basically means take 2 tiles that are adjacent and swap them. I don't know why I do that because they're the same. We can play our cards. So say if I happen to have 4 in a row, I could play my card and complete that. The ones that I clear will go to my storage area. Hearts go back inside the bag. Monsters, if they're out, would go back inside the bag as well. In the mode we're playing, which is basically the intro mode, the monsters just count the same as any other piece, which earlier when there was a monster out here and I got rid of him and I forgot I just left him out there to show because he just counts as a regular color. The third thing that we can do is use our ability, which we can do these in any order, and each of us have an ability that allows us to do certain things. For example, for my swap special, I can, instead of a standard swap, I can swap a non-love tile with a love tile. Normally you can't do that. But my ability lets me do that. And then your swap ability.
It is swap any non-love tiles on the board. So from anywhere.
So from anywhere, 2 different ones can be swapped on the board. And then my card ability, which impacts my cards. Once per turn, I can play the card as mirror. So normally you cannot make a mirror of your card. So for example, Audrey can only do it in this shape. She can't do it in this shape. But my guy, he allows me to do that. That's my special abilities. I can play the mirror of a straight line, which I hear is still a straight line. So
you mean I cannot do this one?
You cannot do that. See,
it has to be.
Has to be that. Now you can rotate, so it can be any direction, but it cannot be the mirror. Cannot be like that way. Cannot be that way. And then what is your card ability?
Once per turn, you might swap a card in your hand with the top card of the discard pile.
Right, so that means you can swap this one with whatever's here, which currently there aren't any. And then we do have special immunities. That comes in with the monsters, because sometimes these monsters are going to take effects based on what's cleared. So mine is immune to rage, which is a little fire. Mine is
immune to
fear, which is the purple one. So it's kind of nice. It matches the color of the player, so very, very user-friendly in that one. My little guy's got a saying. He says, in situations like this, always prescribe the same treatment. Just chillax, my dudes. My guy's chill mech. So it's chill.
My guy's braver bot. He says, I was programmed to have no fear, but true courage is having fear and facing it anyway.
And then there's 2 more bots up there, but they're up there. So we can't get to those. Chill mech rules. Chill mech rules. Oh, and the name is Chill mech, so that's why Chill mech rules. All right, so that's pretty much it. So that's the turn, and then once you're done your turn, you draw a card. So eventually we'll get a bunch of cards out here. Like I said, that's not always a good thing because run out of cards, we lose the game. Feed the monsters, which we're not going to play with monsters because we're playing the simple mode. And then we refill the board with whatever we removed from our handy dandy bag here. All right, that is it. So we do need to decide who goes first. Oh, you found it. I knew it was somewhere. How do we do that?
With our 20-sided extra life die.
20-sided extra life die because
We support Miracles
Network of Children.
Children's Miracles Network.
Es español. Es español. Es en el universo.
Children's Miracles Network through donations. And you can also help the niños
Para los niños.
using the link down below.
Link down below. All right. So what you're supposed to do is talk about like feel goods and feel bads, and whoever has the most feel good or feel bad, I forget. It's in the rules, which I didn't print out because we still haven't got our printer set up yet. But we do extra life die, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna say even. 4 is even. That means I get to go first. I don't want to go first. We had a plan.
So you can decide who goes first.
I'm gonna decide who goes first. Audrey's going first. We had a plan. We talked about it before the stream started. I was explaining the rules, and there's like a perfect setup right now, and I don't want to go first. All right. So Audrey gets to go first.
So
The first thing, you can do them in any order. So
what else obvious your card ability? I'm going to solve titles.
okay. Do you remember our plan?
No, wait.
Do you remember our plan? And there is one other thing we didn't go over that that wasn't the plan.
No, but it works.
No, it doesn't.
¿Por qué?
Go back.
Oops, that was not the plan.
That was the plan. These are inspiration sprites, so this is a little expansion for it. And this basically, if you can ever clear 4 the same color, you get these extra little sprites. And instead of a swap, you can put the sprite with the. Instead of a swap, you may swap a sprite tile on your cargo with a non-love tile on the board. So basically, you get to just do a 1-to-1 swap. So just a way to kind of get something from your storage out. I think that's the only way you use the courage. First player is determined by a. Can't.
Too small.
I know it's too small. Hang on, let's switch to this one so I can zoom in. Another thing we gotta do is figure out with the new setup. No, I want to pinch. Go this way. There you go. First player is determined by a hokey gratitude contest. So it's gratitude. Who had the most gratitude? Okay. But I already did that. All right, so you did that, and then are you going to play your card?
Chin, chin, chin.
Ching, ching, ching. All right, so you collect these. Those go there. This one goes back into the bag. All right, and then you draw.
But why wouldn't have worked if I did the opposite? I want to know.
Which one? You were setting this up for me.
Because.
No, para mío.
See, no, but I want to know.
Because if you would have swapped, you wanted to swap this one with this one. That's not blue. I need 4 blue. So if you swap this one and this one,
But I wanted to.
4 blue.
I had 3 of the same color.
Yeah, but that wasn't for you. You were doing that to help me.
I know, in a
See?
straight line.
See?
Okay, whatever.
You. Okay, hang on. Let's figure this out. All right. So this is what you wanted to do.
See.
I can't complete mine with that. Because it's not 4.
I know, but
I would have to
you
hope.
would have to
I would have to
put
hope you would have
something.
pulled a. I know. I would have to hope you would have pulled a blue here for me to swap. Because I can only
So you
swap.
wanted me to
Well, technically that would work too, because I could use my special ability, and I can swap a non-love tile with a love tile. So technically, I could do that too. So both ways would work, because my special ability would let me do that. So.
Okay, but
All right, that's how you wanted to do it. Hang on, I'm not supposed to take your turn. That's how you wanted to do it. Because you knew my ability was there. You knew that's what I needed to do. So we could show the audience all of our special abilities.
Of course.
And draw a card.
Mm-hmm. The same but different.
The same, but it's the opposite direction. There's an opposite direction. All right. And now you need to fill the board. You gulped like it was scary. Like the monster's gonna come out. You a monster?
No.
No
I
monsters?
don't know what monsters look like.
They're the same except for they're black in the middle and they look like, well, monsters.
Mm.
All right. So now it is my turn. So I'm going to use my ability. Do that.
So you completed.
Yep. And then I'm going to play my card, which gets me these. There. That goes there. I draw a card. Are you sure you shuffled these? No, you didn't. I did. There is a monster. There you go. There. All right. Yeah, you got it already. Yeah, you're good. Can you help me get to a straight line? There's no more wilds for me, though. And there's a lot of oranges. I mean, yeah, technically you can move any of the oranges. Well, not there, because that's where you're going to pull.
Yeah.
But you can move an orange there. Or hope that I get
What
an
if
orange.
I do? I mean, this is what you have to complete with whatever we have in here.
Yeah.
So it kind of be purple because we have only 3, and I'm using the wild.
Yeah. Yeah, you're doing that.
So it has to be orange, and I don't know how.
Well, the hope would be that if you clear this out and you move an orange like here, that maybe an orange comes out there. Oh, I can move this
play
monster.
This now?
Hmm?
Can I play it now first?
Yeah, but you don't get to fill till later. But yeah, you can.
So,
You can.
so I collect that.
Yeah, so you collect. Mm-hmm. No, don't fill.
No, not fill. And then
That would work because I can move this one here. Because we're not playing the monster, so I can actually move the monsters.
move like this one here.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So draw a card. If we get something wrong, I'm sure.
Well,
I promise I shuffle.
you got all the 6 for you and the Z's for me.
I promise I shuffle. Now you get to know. Showmec will tell me if I'm doing something wrong. I guarantee you we will. It's the nature of the beast. We're guaranteed to make some roll mistake to our own detriment.
Is there any order I should fill?
No. It says if you want to make sure you're not cheating, the rulebook says left to right. So technically, yeah, the way you did it was fine. All right, so I will do that swap, and then I will do. Ooh, I got 4 of a kind. Ooh, if I would have been using the inspired sprites, I would have gotten one. There. Draw 1 card. Ooh, I got an. I got an L. All right, we gotta get all these. The whole board has to be covered with those. But we keep using them to make our pattern. Although you almost have a Z again.
I have it with
Oh,
me.
you do have a Z. Well, no. It's the other way.
No? Yeah.
Where? Oh, there. Okay. Well, that's fine. Do I have an L?
You have. Yes,
If you take this. No, I don't have an L.
Yes.
Where? No, you're gonna take all those. So you're gonna take these. If you want to do yours first so you can see it better, go ahead and clear yours first. Because you can do them in any
So
order.
it will be.
It helps,
this.
yeah, it helps you see it better. So those go to your storage. All right. So now, can we discard your card? Can we make a L? Now we don't have to necessarily make something every turn because eventually you could have.
Oh,
You could have.
the other way.
Hmm?
If this one
Well,
goes
I
in.
can. Oh, but yeah, see, there's nothing there for you to swap them with. You could on the next turn, which would be fine. You don't have to. Well, you don't have to do those. I don't think. I don't think it's a requirement to do everything because it says what to do in your turn in any order. No, it doesn't say you may do these. Just swap these two. I don't know. Just to say you swap two, just swap those two. I guess doesn't help us or hurt us. All right, so you draw. Then hopefully maybe you get an orange there. I won't even. You keep getting all the Z's. You keep getting all the Z's. Oh, okay.
So I'm going to start from the top and then left to right.
I just put them on there.
Okay, so I'm not gonna look.
No, well, it doesn't matter. That is not Naranjo. No, it's Naranjo. All right, can I do an L? So I can move. Oh, I can because I can move a wild. Oh yeah, I have it right there with the wild. I don't even have to move anything. But my ability lets me move a wild. So hang on. So if I take these, can I set you up? Not really. I mean, there's a lot of greens here, but if I take this is not in a good spot. Because there's two. So I take these three. So I'd swap these two. Or no, I take this. Which one's going to be better?
Can you swap like this and this?
Yeah, I can swap those two.
So just we leave the
Oh, so we leave the wild.
wild.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, so if I do that, that leaves the wild. So I leave the wild there. I'm getting all the en fuego. All right, so I completed mine. Oh, and then so then you'll have here because you can just swap those two. See, on your turn. See, okay. You just gotta swap that one with one of these guys. Unless I give you something. Oh, hang on. I got the other app. Oh, that was the last one in my hand too. Is another heart. I'm not cheating. Oh, there's one. There's there too. So you've actually got two. You can go. You can get that one, or you can do this one with the wild.
This one.
We want to leave the wild, so eventually you kind of want to like not use the wild to complete your pattern.
So this.
Yeah, that's what I would do. That way we're not.
But then what was this?
No, it just right now it counts as nothing because we're playing easy mode. If we were playing with tough monsters, then you can't use him you can't swap him, and then the captured monster tile would go back in the bag if we were playing with tough monsters. Unless you use 3 love tiles, then they go to your cargo hold, your storage. We have one?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, a tea. And refill. Okay. Oddly, like this is one of Oddly's favorite types of games is the matching and the patterns and the match threes and stuff like that. I like the pattern matching games. I think that's when I reached out to the publisher because they posted on the Facebook group. I said that's exactly what I said. Audrey loves patterns. Like she'll love this one. All right, so I'm trying to do an L. We got the opposite of this. There's a lot of wilds out there. This would be good, but I don't have another orange. Let's see here. Can I get you set up for a T? I swap those two. So that would give me my third orange.
Can you swap that one?
I can do. I can swap love tiles with any tile. Like I could do this swap here, and that would give me one here. So if I get rid of these, that'd give you 2 for your T. One give you your third one for your T. But you could switch these two.
Or this one with this one. So we leave one there. And this will be like.
Oh, okay. So if I do that swap here, then I turn this in. You go back in the bag. Oh, I got square. All right. That's a lot of hearts. As I said, I think eventually you get to a point where like that's what you mostly have out there is going to be the hearts because that's how you win the game.
So can I do my ability? And it would be swapping this one and this one.
See?
And then
you turn in your card. Sure, once per turn you may swap. Oh, you can choose the top of the, oh, I forgot. You can always choose the card from the top of the discard pile. That's your special ability. All right, we're getting there. So there's three left there. And then whatever, more hearts. We want more hearts. Más corazones. Más corazones. Leash. All right, so I need your ability. No. Yes, I do. If I do that, I'm going to have to lose a wild. Either that or I don't do a card and I let you. Oh, but you can't move this. I can move that. So you need a straight line. Which would be better if you did this to make that straight line. Problem is these are bad.
Mm-hmm.
See, like, yeah, see if you move that one there, that would give you the straight line and that would open that one up. And then we have the green to deal with. Well, that would give me 2 greens or 2 purples. Down, oh, here you could also do down here. Let me do that. I'm going to set you up. So that sets you up there. And then we just have to figure out how to get my square. Okay. I have an L. Open it. Right. See. And then you can also do a swap. I don't know what's going to, but it can't be special. Maybe, well, I was going to say with the green down here, but you can't because there's nothing there.
No, it cannot be special?
You can't move the hearts. Only I can move the hearts, so you can move everything else. Maybe just, I don't know, maybe the green with the blue.
But that is...
I don't know. Or just don't move anything. Problem is I mean, I've got a square. Oh, hang on. What about this one here? No, because we don't have 3 of any color. Because now we are getting down to where the hearts are, so it's going to be more difficult not to use the wilds. Like we were like, oh, let's not use the wilds, but now I think we're getting to a point where we're going to have to. Because technically I can do that with this one. Or there with that one. Yeah, I don't know if there's a reason to move anything. Probably not. Just draw a card and refill. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the opposite? No, that's the same.
Same.
Oh, I forgot. I can do both ways though, because I've got that's my ability. Remember, I can go either way with my else. All right, what did you get for me? All right, so I can do. See, now I need, now I need you again. And then you have an L as well. I think if I switch these two, I can do this one, this one, this one. Heart goes back in.
Kind, well.
Which one? That's what I mean. Don't leave that alone.
Yes.
But you need an L.
Yeah.
Well, you've got here the 2 wilds, but you can do a swap anywhere. So actually, you can move that. Yeah.
Change this one with this one.
Yeah.
So I use only one.
Only one of the wilds. Yeah. You can do that, right? Yep.
Yep.
All right. And then the wild into the bag it goes. All right. Straight line. Refill. Step 4. Refill the board. Actually, we're missing the feed the hungry monsters. Necesito tu comida de hungry. No, we're not eating the hungry monster. What's feed? ¿Cómo se dice feed?
Alimentar.
That doesn't sound like comida. Or come. No.
Darle de comer. That is 3 words.
Let's see. All right. So you need a straight line. Can I? Oh, yeah. So I can do this. That'll help you out there. Then I'll do this with those. How many cards we got left? I've got a couple. That's random, right? Just toss them on the
So
board.
I can apply my habilidad?
What do you mean? Yeah, you can move from anywhere on the board. Yeah. Yep. I pulled the right color for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh.
It has been so long.
It has been a while.
It has been
So long.
refill.
Refill. All right. So I need a zigzag or an L. That's fine. Ooh. I do have an L now. I told you I was getting all of my Enfuegos. Then rage, because I was raging out earlier. That's why the stream was a little bit late. I didn't have all this set up like I should have in time. We had to go get dinner. Jersey Mike's was delicious, by the way. All right. Yes, it was. Oh, I forgot. You can actually do as many cards as you want. I forgot about that too. When we had multiple cards, I wasn't checking to see could I do multiple. So if I use my ability there, that gets rid of that one too. Yeah, so I'm going to use my reflect ability.
So you still need 2?
See, but it'll make it easier because I mean there's less in there. Okay, now refill. Oh, I'm sorry. Gotta get a new card first.
Wow!
Told you. Told you. I told you, it's going to be a point now where we're just going to have to clear things. We want to try to clear as much as we can. So, like, if you're going to do your square, would be move the blue or the purple.
What?
Oops, nope, that's not going to work for you. Oh, you can't. Oh.
See,
Did
there's
it?
one here.
Oh, see, that's better. Yep. Because then I can zigzag it. Yeah, because I would give you these 4.
Do I want it now?
Yeah. Let's go. Back in bolso.
Bolsa.
Bolsa.
Bolsita.
Bolsita. Oh, it's un pequeño bolsa. Bolsita. All right.
Respiro.
See. Refill. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So you have an L, which I can't move those like that anyways. You can, so I'll leave you those two. But then
What
that kind of, I was gonna leave you these two to combine with that one. But I think if I use my reflect, then I can go this way, and I can move specials. So I think that's better. So move those. Reflect. Oh, there's only a couple left in there. Un poquito más. Ooh, I still almost gave it to you.
Oh no.
Yeah, because you can just swap. Yeah, because you can just swap.
But I cannot swap.
So you can,
that's
that's a regular swap. Yeah, yeah.
We are leaving on the love of the. What? That one is mine.
Leaving the love. Leaving the love. Okay, refill with love. Más love. Más amor. Para los niños. Para los niños, link down below.
Amor, 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 amor.
All amor? Oh, no todo amor. Oh, I forgot to draw a card last turn, and then you forgot to draw a card this turn. All right, so we didn't even know what you needed to set up for me. I needed a square. So I can do the wild swaps. So that makes the most sense. I'll do that and that. And that gets rid of these two. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I'm saying 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Amor, 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 amor. Mucho amor. Necesito una carta. Carta de zigzag.
So I will get this, this, and this.
Sí. And most. Okay.
Oops.
Refill. Oh, see, carta. We're just completely out of. See what happens when you take a month. Actually, a month and a half.
I think it was
It's almost 2. You're right, because we didn't stream much before we moved.
Yeah.
You start forgetting how to do anything. Ooh, amor. Amor, amor, amor.
Amor,
Amor.
amor, amor, amor.
We're getting rid of the bad feels. See, we're laughing. After my strenuous unhappiness of getting this all set up, we're getting rid of the bad feels.
Thank you for this game.
Oh, amor.
Amor.
Amor, es uno. Solo uno. It's 2. Question is, can you pull 4 cuatro? Solo cuatro. 4 loves. You drop those 3 that you put in there, right? You're not cheating, right?
No, I'm not.
Nice move. Oh, 8 ways games. Oh, there's 8 way games. Nice move. Cuatro amores?
Oh, no.
No.
Amor, 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 amor.
Oh, but there's. Oh, that's fine. Oh, was that the one you just did? Okay, so you need a new one. Those 2 there. All right. One year left in here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Amor, 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 amor.
Oh! All right, so next turn we got it. Which we have to go, because we're down to two cards anyways. All right. It doesn't matter which way matches.
Because, see?
It doesn't matter at all. They're all
Because
wild.
I want to use this one.
See, they're all wilds. This could have been this one, this one, this one, this one. Was all.
I want this one, actually this one.
It was Toto. And not the little puppy dog from the Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
Toto. Toto, all. Oh, all. Oz. Ah, so we went. So that actually, if you think about it, that was still pretty close because we only had 2 cards left in the deck. So we almost lost. Now, I don't know if we would have had the monsters, if that would have made it any more difficult. With that said, guys, we'll go ahead and flip the camera over. That way we can do our first impressions. Although we don't even know if this is lined up right. Nope. Which way do I need? Oh, I need to go this way. This way. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Are you playing friendly mode? Yeah, you went. Yeah, we're playing friendly mode. This is our first time. We didn't have enough time to, well, we never practiced. So that's one thing we'll talk about with our first impressions. Our first impressions are our first impressions because it's the first time we play any game. We don't normally practice. I read the rules very badly. I explain them to Audrey just as badly. She listens how I badly explain them to you guys. And she might make the rules.
Plays just as badly.
Plays just as badly. All right, so we're going to go over, of course, this is a prototype because, of course, this is up on Kickstarter and therefore these are subject to change. The components, what do you think? I guess we can't talk about like the components themselves. I mean, the tokens are nice.
Yeah.
One thing that I prefer, especially in a bag game, is acrylic tokens. And I can't remember. Again, we moved to a new house, haven't had time to keep up with the Kickstarters like I normally do. I don't know if acrylic is an option in the Kickstarter version. 8-way in the audience might say. But it's an easy solution, like we did with our bullet, is to put these inside of coin capsules and they make them nice, clinky,
And
chunky bits.
thicker, so it's easier to pick up.
Makes them thicker too. But otherwise, the graphics, what do you think about the graphics?
I liked it, but I thought these were avocados.
You thought these were avocados. That was green. So it's green eyes. That's what it is. It's green eye. Although green eye is envy. These are greed. No say. But it does say that. Now, one thing it is a little bit hard to read is the words around the outside of the rings to know that that's what it is. But honestly, that's not that big of a deal because for the most part, the game is pretty language independent. We always talk about that is the only language is the special abilities. So I think if you explain to somebody the special ability, that may not be that big of a deal because most of it's matching the cards and making the shapes. Right. So I do like that. The graphics serve their purpose. They do what it needs to do. It shows you a shape that you need to complete. Colors are pretty recognizable, easy. I do like that the colors match the robots in Unity. So if you are playing with the monster modes, it matches. And it's also, as a reminder, on the board, it's actually black versus your player color. So it's a reminder that's the color symbol. So that's good too. Everything, the symbology makes it easy for those that can't read to be able to play. Anything else about the components? There was no rule book. If the final game doesn't have a rule book, that's that's my bad. I didn't print a rule book. You're prototypes. You're supposed to print our own rule books. Make sure we have the latest version. So no, nothing components. Mechanics. What did you think of the mechanics?
Oh, it's so nice because it is fast and exciting.
Fast and exciting. No, in the base game that we played, I do like, the mechanics are good. It's simple. It's you're moving and you're trying to form a shape. And when you're playing co-op, you're working together to be like, okay, if I can't do something, can I help somebody else at the table? And it does play up to 4 players. Now, with 4 players, I could see it being more difficult because you're going to be going through these cards a lot quicker. Yeah. But I do like that. Matching games, Audrey likes. Right. We didn't get to play with the other modes, so we can't comment on that. And same thing, we didn't get to play with the little mini expansion, inspiration sprites. But I do think that would have been kind of cool because there's a couple times where I did do 4 of a color, and then I would have been able to use these. So I like this idea. We just didn't get to play with it, so I did like that. Difficulty.
I think it is nice as an introductory game.
It says 14 plus. Do you think that's because of the actual difficulty or because little kids can put these in their mouth?
I don't know. When I worry about that, you tell me it's because there are small components. But well, I don't believe that. So I don't think it is 14. For me, 14 is a difficult game for me, honestly.
Sometimes.
And I think it is not difficult.
No, I don't think it's difficult. I think this is a nice entryway game. It'd be easy to get new gamers into. Kids, especially kids. And it wouldn't be, there wasn't much of a teach. I mean, honestly, there's not much of the rule books. I think it's like 4 pages. So it's a very simple rule book. Six pages. Sorry, there's six pages for the rule book. 8-way. The final tiles are sustainably sourced cardboard for the edition because you were trying to make it as eco-friendly as possible. Would have opted to use no plastic in the box. We have played it with kids as young as 8, and they did okay. All right, so that explains the tiles. So eco-friendly, so that's nice. So I agree. If you're gonna stay away from plastic, you can't get recyclable plastic because there are recyclable. They're not made. I think they're made out of corn, but it's very expensive to get board game pieces made out of that new stuff. So that makes sense why they are what they are. I know some also are going sustainable wood products, but the same thing. You have to have a manufacturer that can actually use the sustainable wood products. So, fun at 2.
I think it was great at 2.
I like it at 2, and I think this again. We mentioned this in a lot of games. Games where there is a time limit involving the cards. I don't think I'd want to play at 4 or 3 because that's limiting our availability to play because that draw pile goes further and further. 2 is anytime you have to wait for other people, right? They mess up what we were planning.
Right.
As much as, again, it's open communication, no quarterbacking, right? And you can say, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. The chances of that still being there 3 people later isn't as likely as with 2. So anytime there's those decision-making of a pattern or of something out there that I want to be able to control and other people could mess that up, I like it better at 2 players. So I think this works really good at 2 players. I'd say comparatively little pattern game like this, what have we played? What was the Patchwork? Yeah, so we played like Patchwork, but that's only for 2 players. So I think this works very similar to Patchwork in terms of a 2-player game. The difference is this is co-op. This is co-op. Yes, final one will have a rule book. You look into recycled tokens for future editions. Gotcha. So future editions. So go back this. So that way they can make future reprint and future editions with like component upgrades that you can pay more money for. Last is the theme. So the theme is you are a tiny robot love doctor and you are trying to cure this person. I guess it's supposed to be like the doctor's thing of their feel bads, which is all of these little emotions.
You're asking me?
Yeah, it's you.
Well, I was just paying attention to this just now. Is that
There's a heart? Yeah, there's a heart. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
these are love tokens. I kept calling them heart tokens.
See this amor, amor, amor.
Amor, amor, amor. Say.
Yeah, you said heart. How does it look?
Because that's a heart in the middle.
I don't know. I mean, without looking at the design and that, it makes sense to me, and I love that it changed his mood. But looking at here, I don't see the connection between that we are doing this for a doctor or for a patient or
Hey, you're trying to get rid of the feel bad.
But I mean, other than that, I think that getting rid of this and filling it with love is so nice.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing is the theme could really be anything with this type of game, which does leave it open to other other interpretations and other versions.
Right.
But no, same thing. It's like I don't see that we're a patient. Like maybe if the board was like
Human body.
not a human body, but like your gown. Like the board was like a gown,
Okay.
and it was like opened up right there, but not like graphic opened up because Anthony doesn't like graphic blood and stuff like that. So that way you know that you're
like a brain or I don't know, or a heart, but well, I don't know. But I like it the way it is. It's nice.
Oh, I just noticed this. There's a pattern on here. I think you can build a puzzle out of this.
Is that what it says?
Maybe that's what it says on the side of the box. Is you can put
Box
these.
puzzle solution. Is it that?
I think it makes a puzzle. All right, so we've got another game to play after we're done. We're going to see if we can make a puzzle out of this thing. Actually, it looks like a robot, maybe, too. Maybe it's a robot. I think there's another game here that we just found. But yeah, the theme is loosely there. We wouldn't play this one probably for the theme. We play this one because, and again, when we reached out by the publisher and we reached out to the publisher, it was because of the mechanics or mechanisms. Oh, someone's going to get on me about that. I keep saying mechanics instead of mechanisms.
We have their mechanics.
We have mechanics. But people say mechanics is wrong. It's mechanisms. I honestly don't know the difference between the two. We've always called it mechanics. But that's why we got it. Because I knew Audrey liked this type of game, and that would be fun for us to play. All right. Anything else?
No.
No? All right, so that is Tiny Robot. I was going to say Tiny Epic Robot Love Doctors. The next crossover is them and Gamelin Games are going to get together and put it in a smaller box. It's going to be Tiny Epic Robot Love Doctors. But that is the game. If you would like to back it, it is on Kickstarter right now. I'm not sure how much time left. I think maybe about 2 weeks. You can click the link down below if I remember to put it down there. If I didn't, I'll remember at some point. Otherwise, if you want to watch more gameplay of Kickstarter games, what do they need to do?
Subscribe. Activate notifications.
Activate notifications. And?
I forgot.
Comment. No, comments.
No.
Comments is so other people see our video. And all that YouTube stuff.
But there were 3 things that were said.
No, subscribe, activate notifications,
And all
that YouTube stuff.
Okay, all the YouTube stuff.
It's going to take us a while to get back on. We will be back Thursday, however, for Guns or Treasure, which is also currently up on Kickstarter. And then we will be back Sunday for Extra Life Tabletop Appreciation, where we might have some extra games that might need to go to some lucky viewers. Maybe. But until next time, guys.
Adios.
Peace.